to some, a regular modern day Shakespeare.
Welcome back, episode 154 of Revisited, and pretty poignant, because I was just thinking about this, the new Superman movie's coming out, and it's poignant to talk about Man of Steel.
Hey, it's almost like we planned it like this.
If only, if only we were any type of good. We are talking about how Man of Steel perfects the superhero genre by iamthatroby. Did something with Robbie not recently, but before. It was a Zack Snyder thing, so it seemed like he's really into that type of film. So I rewatched this movie in preparation for this.
Mm-hmm. Better than you expected, better than you remembered. Anti-revisited, huh? All agreements.
I might hate it more now.
That's the opposite of what I said.
Than when I first watched it. Because the first time I really got a chance to talk about it was the podcast episode that was dedicated to Man of Steel. And I went off for like 30, 35 minutes, I remember. I don't think I was harsh enough on this movie.
No, it's fine.
It's a really bad Superman movie.
Oh, never mind.
I've said this before. If this was Aquaman, this would be a pretty good movie, period. Pretty good Aquaman movie, pretty good movie. But it's not that. This just spits in the face of the Superman mythos. I was shocked watching this. Like, how did I not remember? Because
oh no,
there's a point where Supes and Ma are talking on the porch, and she's like, "Oh, Clark, I was always worried about this day. Oh, because people would find out. Because the first thing in his mind is, I need to hide myself. So when his mom expresses worry for him, his thought isn't because I'm her son and she would be worried about me. It's because, oh my God, I might get found out. I was so mad watching this
interpretation
movie.
is
No, there's no interpretation.
Different one that's perfectly valid.
And that tornado scene is even worse than people talk about. I don't think you could try to be worse than that scene. Podcast just talking about, no, you're not my son.
How very poignant right before you get swept away by a tornado. And they really did not research how tornadoes work.
Oh, not at all.
It's just a little bit of wind, and then he just gets overtaken. Like just a wave of tornado.
And he's still like this.
No,
he's not getting swirled up. He's just gone.
He's not getting buffeted by the infinite debris and woods and
go to the overpass. And that'll protect you from the tornado. And it does. Everyone's cool. But Pa runs up to Clark. Ma is like, hey, dog's still in the car. Clark is like, I'll go get him. Pa runs up. Ma's like, hey, dog's still in the car. Pa has a baby in his arms, a toddler. Susan's like, I'll go get him. No, I'll go get him. Hand Soups the babe, which takes longer than just allowing it. And it's not even like Soups would have been like, I'm gonna rip the door off the hinges.
Yeah, no.
It was a hidden area that took a little bit of force, and nobody was like, he freed the dog? Is he a superhuman?
That old man did it.
So his strapping son just has no chance unless he's the most powerful being in the universe. This movie is horrible.
It's fine though.
I can't believe description, boys.
There is no description.
Beautiful.
It is.
Robbie knows what the audience is.
Hashtag Man of Steel. Hashtag DC Universe. Hashtag Zack Snyder.
Not even the correct name for it.
I think the way...
What a shield to eat.
100%.
I'm
You can't say perfect something, in my opinion. In my opinion,
This
it's
is
perfect. What?
I'm still gonna yell at him about his opinion. I don't give a
Absolutely. Few. Don't put out a video.
And Chris and I talked about it a lot, and I think Warner Brothers really needs to, stay with what we do. Like we, after the Dark Knight trilogy, and now this sort of restart of Superman, we have a tone that we're kind of into.
The tone is not worthwhile.
You don't think so?
No.
That's your opinion?
And
or
now,
is that a fact?
this was more lighthearted than he wanted. The tone isn't right. The tone isn't right for a Superman movie, period.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
There's a particular reason as to why I've never discussed Man of Steel on this channel. And I think it is because I have never really known how to talk or write about the film. You see, Man of Steel...
That's bonkers. It is...
I'm interested to see the next part, but I don't see how, if you're a fan, if you're not a fan, or you're someone in the middle, you have no way to talk about this thing.
Because something like Aliens Area got nothing really to say about it.
It is a typical shonen that's pretty bad.
I don't really care about it. I don't really care about any of the characters. But pressed, I could say something.
Yes.
This seems like...
If you lost a bet and had to do a video essay, you could get 11 minutes out of it.
But this seems like based upon him having the perception of being the Zack Snyder guy. He should have an opinion on this movie. And he doesn't have enough to say about it, so he's just like, I ain't gonna remember.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
is spectacularly special to me. This is a movie that...
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's the
it's
exact opposite.
just so much that he's just like, I can say a million different things, so I can't really say anything at all. It's like, I love Scat Dance so much, but I can't say nothing about it. Like, no,
It's like
chance.
It's like when someone has a setup for something and you have like 5 jokes in your head,
Yes,
so
and
0 come out. That's what he's saying.
This is bonkers. For this? For that?
That Krypton scene.
Oh, this Krypton scene
Dude.
is poop.
spectacularly special to me. This is a movie that single-handedly inspired my appreciation for Superman, DC Comics.
Ooh, you know what? I can see somebody going, I am interested in this Superman now. And going to the comics is like, yep, this is a 1-to-1 translation. This is exactly what's on the screen. Thank you, All-Star Superman, for giving me a different, slightly worse interpretation of Zack Snyder. This was just like, oh, comics!
This is exactly the type of person that was in the comics. Like, Superman is a serious character. James Gunn is making this a comedy. Now, I understand that everybody's introduction to comics, it has a catalyst for something. It's gotta be something. Hey, you watched a cartoon. You played a video game. Whatever. I am fine with Man of Steel starting his appreciation for comics. I am not okay with it starting his appreciation for Superman because this character is not Superman. And if you're reading a Superman comic thinking, like, let's just say the newest arc has begun. It's 1 of 4 of whatever arc. The Superman you read on that page is not gonna be this Superman.
And it would have been better if it would have been different. It was like, I'd grown an appreciation for the true Superman in the comic.
Yes.
Or Zack Snyder's mindset when making this Superman. I appreciate that and how far he went. But just to appreciate the Superman on the page and on the screen, crazy bars.
Lois Lane, and of course, Zack Snyder.
Oh, well,
I will say, this is a pretty good Lois Lane.
yeah, sure.
That's about...
You got... It's easy in this new woke world to do girl boss.
I was just listening to some. How is this not woke? I'm like, dude, what are we doing out here? Why is that the impetus of your argument for everything? Why good, bad?
It is confusing after all these years to still see the same sort of responses to the film. The movie is as discussed, relevant, and humiliated as ever. You see, I've seen people refer to Man of Steel as bland, overly dark, and emotionally flat.
Not necessarily the third one. There are emotional beats within it.
It's just the emotions that you get from it may not exactly land. Them kissing on a pile of dead bodies and debris, and her just going, "He saved us all." It's like somebody's getting something from that. Not me.
If anything, I'd say it's emotionally muted, but not necessarily flat.
And if I'm being honest, I disagree with pretty much every single one of those things. I think it is incredibly...
I mean, pretty much every one of those things. That would be you disagree with one of the three.
Or two of the three, since that's pretty much, so that would be the vast plurality of your disagreement.
That's not really saying too much.
Unique and authentic.
What? Let me hear that whole thing.
Batman as a disco dancer is unique. Unique means piss.
Every single one of those things. I think it is incredibly unique and authentic. I firmly believe it is beautifully hopeful, and I think it is an emotional wonder.
Wait, if this is his introduction to comics, where does the authenticity come from?
It is truly Snyder's vision, I would assume. But the same thing could be said for the Joel Schumacher Batman movies. You think those are inauthentic? That's he wanted to do. It's definitely unique to Batman. And guess what? Those movies suck.
One of the strangest criticisms thrown at Man of Steel is the claim that the movie is bland. Even if you hate the film, I cannot comprehend this complaint. Bland implies that you feel
No. Again, this is the easiest thing in the world to do. You're blanket statementing an argument. You're just going, people are saying that it's bland. It is a one-word tweet. That is not what's going on here. Obviously, there will be people in the comments going, I hate this movie, it's bland, move on. But you listen to the substantive people and then you point out why they think it's bland. Instead of you just going, no, it's not bland for these not bland reasons. You go, why do they think it's bland? And counter them directly.
I really don't like the way it's paced in the reasonings behind the cutting to the past and all of that stuff. It feels very disjointed at times. And dude, the thing, even if it looks visually spectacular in your eyes, the Zod dream sequence is horrendous.
You didn't like him melting into the pile of skulls?
No.
Why
did Zod go into his dreams like he's Freddy Krueger?
Kryptonians don't have that ability to do that?
No.
I don't. Then how did he do it?
What?
So he must have.
Did he go into Lois's mind too and have a conversation with her? Because she also got her memory stolen.
Yep. That's what happened.
I think that would have been more interesting to see than Superman going, "You're gonna bury everyone."
Hey, these aren't metaphorical skulls that I'm sinking into. They're literal skulls.
I shan't be a part of this Zod.
But I will be killing all Future's Kryptonians. Rah! But do you not realize the irony, Superman, that you've done unto him what he was doing unto you?
Yeah, but they're not born babies.
But
so it's cool to abort them. Let's get them out of here. The abortion factory. We're back. We never left.
He's getting his politics right out there. They don't exist, I guess, so that's fine. Superman? When they had all potentiality to exist, Superman? Yes,
Dude.
it's perfectly fine.
Why is the world engine even being turned on? Because it's clear that babies that are born on this atmosphere can adapt to it, because Clark does. And it's clear that adults can adapt to it, because we have two people that just get adapted
Didn't he
to
just,
it.
wasn't he just like, it's uncomfortable, and I don't want them to go through that?
But that's stupid, because it's also noted that if you're in their atmosphere, which is what the world engine will do, you do not have your powers. Because Soups is just stuck on that gurney until the atmosphere change. So it's not even the sun's rays that does it. It's the atmosphere of Earth.
It is purely, I am born and bred to make another Krypton, and this is the only way. I can't have Earth. It's not Krypton. Krypton is Krypton, and Earth Krypton, even though it's not Krypton, it's good enough, all right?
He's not even born and bred to get a Krypton. That's not his role.
He is now.
They said there's
He makes his
predefined
own
roles. Did somebody hack into the system and just go, if Krypton is destroyed, you have to...
Yeah, sure. If you're a baker, and if your bakery burns down, it's just like, all right, well, now your implant mind thing goes off, and you're a soldier now. It is a,
Can they
if
be
not this,
reprogrammed?
then this.
Could they be reprogrammed?
That goes into...
Because there were clear, like, colonizers of other planets. But they also state that they abandoned that whole structure. So, what happened to those colonizers when they no longer have the role of going to planets and taking them over?
They twist whatever they need to in their mind to be like, I need to do this as a facsimile of this.
Okay.
So, Baker Man, he's just like, oh, there's no more flour. Flour is extinct. So they start doing dirt instead. And like, well, I'm still a baker. It's not good, but I am a baker.
Or even they turn the stove on and go, it says bake, so I'm still a baker.
And then they go off and make OnlyFans or something. I don't know. I don't know what they do it on planet Krypton. Because all we see is big booms. And it ain't but like 8 people there.
We see a consul. We see a scientist. We see an army.
And that's it. There's no rank and file mobs going, I'd like not to be exploded. Can we do something about that? Or were they cool because of the programming?
Yeah, because even Feora is like, you have morality and we don't, and that's why we're going to win. Do they feel things like fear if it's something that they're programming isn't in tune with? Like, let's just say Baker Man. Baker Man's fear is not getting a good cake. But would they fear a gun in their face if it has nothing to do...
If it hindered their baking.
Okay, but without the hindering of the baking.
I think it would, again, in their mind, they would justify it. Like, I got a cake to make on Tuesday, so I can't
Then why even program a mother if they can just go, you're a teacher. Well, I'm teaching moms how to subscribe to my OnlyFans, so...
I cannot comprehend this complaint. Bland implies that you feel nothing from experiencing the movie. That
No, disagree. I can eat a bland pizza. I felt something for that bland pizza. It wasn't enjoyable.
And even if, who are you to dictate somebody's emotions to say that they didn't feel, you didn't feel that? Like, what?
Really nothing enticing.
I forget, dude, this was so egregious.
What's the problem?
Dude, I always knew the IHOP product
I
placement.
want to buy a camera. Do you just have that feeling?
It's out of frame, blurred out, and then it comes into frame, and it's right there, and it comes into focus, and then she comes into focus. It's literally like 4 seconds focused on this camera.
Surprisingly affordable.
Don't do this.
And it's felt $3,000. Who are you advertising? The people that know, they know, and they got it. Nobody's like, I got $3,000 to burn on a camera from the Man of Steel.
There's nobody that went to the theaters for Man of Steel
With $3K burning a
hole
hole in their pocket.
Like, dang, I could really use that $3,000 camera. Let me go get it.
I need a camera and a pancake. Stat.
So, wait. They're advertising to moms that want a $3,000 camera, moms that want a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, and moms that want affordable clothing from Sears.
That's right.
And appliances. I need a fridge, a camera, and a pancake, and a Belgian waffle. What? Who are you? What?
Hey, all you need is like 3 or 4 people and it makes it worth it.
Does it? If you're spending, let's just say, $30K to get this advertisement in there, 3 people ain't covering them bills. You still in the red.
They got some good pancakes. But then are you going there because of Man of Steel? Or I've said this before, like, why does Coca-Cola ever need to advertise at all? Who's like, Coca-Cola? So nobody's like, oh yeah, IHOP does exist. You know it or you don't. If they have like the Superman pancake stack or something like that, this movie ain't I'm not walking into the movie. You're not advertising the chocolate chip pancake Superman pancakes. I'm just going, oh, hi, IHOP. And I'm walking out full of popcorn. Yeah. I'm not hungry.
Does IHOP get their money's worth if 6 months later I go, hey, there's an IHOP. Let's go to IHOP.
But again, is that because of Superman, or did you drive by them
and just go, yeah, to IHOP? Like, it's not even like subliminal advertisement where you wake up and go, dang, IHOP though.
No. It is hyperliminal advertisement, and don't even work.
And it don't even work. I'm not buying this $3,000.
I'm not buying a $3,000 camera.
If I was rich, I wouldn't be buying a $3,000 camera.
And all it's doing, advertising is so weird in movies and stuff. It's so
weird.
Because they'll open up a laptop and it'll just be Apple right there. And they're not like, oh, the stats is getting so fast. It's just, here it is. And you have to be like, oh yeah.
Glad Apple. I have my...
No, and this is all that is the camera. And I think she zooms in once on it. But other than that, it's like, okay.
She pulled out a whole kit for that mother. She's snapping and screwing.
And mom done went away and the shot is gone.
This is you. Like, I totally understand not liking the movie. Very understandable. I would call, like, Fantastic Four or Justice League bland. But
I would not call
I disagree.
Justice League.
I disagree. Now what?
Yeah,
I don't see how anybody can find those movies this bland. Now what? That's your exact argument.
Man of Steel? No. Man of Steel takes cues from some of the most popular and iconic films.
Hey, don't you think that's part of the problem? If you just got a smorgasbord of a bunch of you done seen before, and they're going, yeah, but in here too?
Books and novels of all time. The entire Krypton opening sequence feels like the love child of Dune and Star Wars.
I've never seen any of either of those. So.
I've never seen Dune, Star Wars. Are you just saying that there were wars in the stars?
And they were on a desert planet?
Is that it? Because if that's all it is, like, you can't have anything. You can't have a sword fight without going, oh yeah, it's just like this thing and this thing.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
And even still, can I not like two things mushed together and just going... I just don't like it. Reese's Puffs and Frosted Flakes.
Yes, love them separately.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, no, that sounds actually gross.
So it doesn't matter.
The production design when on Krypton is so clearly influenced by H.R. Geiger.
Hey, it's influenced by things, so how could it be bland?
A sick argument, bro.
Do you think Fantastic Four didn't have inspiration from things? Do you believe Justice League didn't have inspirations from things?
The genius behind the look of the Alien franchise.
This thing over here is amazing, and Man of Steel was influenced by it, so it must also at least be great.
Hey,
if you like this, you must like this.
Who's your favorite artist? And then go look at the people that were inspired by them. And do you believe that inherently they're gonna be not bland?
That's not how this argument works. Talk about what it is and not what's around it. I don't care about all this meta stuff. I don't care about how it's influenced by Star Wars. That means nothing to me.
I don't care that it's influenced by Aliens. I enjoyed Aliens. That's the beginning and end of my thought hey, it's influenced by Aliens.
I didn't like the fluid face metal thing that they did. It looked
the breather.
It looked ugly. No, I'm talking about the communicator when their face.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like that. It looked ugly.
I didn't like the penis pods they were in as they floated up to the big ship.
What was that punishment?
You'll spend 3,000 cycles in the thing, and then they banished us to the Phantom Zone.
And then when Krypton blew up, we were freed. Yeah, it broke the container, and yeah, it was pretty sick.
The epic Shakespearean dialogue is
Epic. It is.
Heresy! He is beyond your reach, Zod. Hamlet!
Find him!
My God, Romeo and Juliet!
Shakespeare came out of his grave to write this.
the look of the Alien franchise. The epic Shakespearean dialogue
Shakespeare weeping in the theater. He just like me, for real, for real.
Shakespeare just yelling out, bars! What do you think happened here? There's a bunch of heavy thin dialogue.
so jarring and overly dramatic in a way that I can only describe as smile-inducing.
I will honor the man you once were, Zod. Not this monster you've become.
The general
That's Shakespeare!
And again, I hate when mubs just drop the quotes and don't explain. Like, come to your own conclusion, audience. I'm moving on.
I've already told you it's Shakespeare-like, and now here's the line. Don't you see Shakespeare?
And you don't even have time to process it because I'm already on to the next point.
idea that Krypton society artificially breeds their children in pods evokes the same idea explored in Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
I was just thinking that.
I wasn't.
Oh,
because I don't know what this is.
You don't know Aldous Huxley's Brave
He
New
literally
World?
just said the name.
Come on now. This is clearly a bit.
Sorry to pull the curtain back, but I don't truly know this shit. Hey, I'm not into children. I'm sorry I'm exposing the bit.
You know what? Feet's not bad.
Sorry.
To complement this, the idea of breeding for jobs, something Jor-El references, is directly taken from H.G. Wells's
Hey, this is a lot of other things. How can you say it's bland?
Blend up a burger, a pizza, milkshake, cereal, Reese's Puffs, and just go here. Drink it up. It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. Now,
No,
would it be bland?
no, it would not be bland. It would be bad.
It would be bad.
And if that's just your argument, I guess that's just your argument. But let's just move on from bland to bad.
Hey, here's a baked unseasoned chicken, but chicken nugget, but I mashed it up with a bunch of different parts of a chicken. Oh, I guess it's delicious because it's a bunch of different.
First man of
You're about to see.
the moon.
There are, for this, the first man on the moon.
Yep, H.G. Wells.
There are 491 reviews on Amazon.
Cool. Goodreads probably has more.
Customers find this science fiction classic to be a fascinating read that's easier to follow than other novels. A baby novel, Alien, Glock, we come in peas, laser beams, Star Wars.
Are we on the moon? Oh!
Hey, we're one guy and one man, and we're men.
Are we the first? Were there any before? No?
It's a page turner. Oh, I'm on the
it's
edge of my
over?
seat.
Truly judge the book by its cover.
They were on the moon, I guess. It's
were
not
the
false advertising. I'll give it 4 stars.
Breezy read, easy to understand.
D. Wells' First Man of the Moon.
And he will be free. Free to forge his own destiny.
Heresy.
Even if we're not
The lip quiver.
Yeah, he put some steak on Heresy. That muff was in a different movie.
looking at the film from a visual perspective, the thematic ideas that
Looking at it from it in a visual, mother.
We can't be here. We're not doing this right now.
Heresy.
Well, it was heresy, what he just said.
we're not looking at the film from a visual perspective, the thematic ideas that David Goyer, Snyder, and Christopher Nolan are attempting to communicate.
Attempting.
Yes.
That's the key phrase there. Was the execution worth the attempt? Did it follow through on the attempt? I would submit no.
Are far from bland. As Ryan
No. Even if they're not bland in and of themselves, it can be bland if the movie it's wrapped around is bland. You can have the greatest theme and idea possible, but if I gotta watch 5 hours of a mother just in a courtroom before I get to that theme and idea, I might find it bland and or boring.
Joker 2.
Joker 2! Hey, that was super unique. It was authentic, but my God, was it bland.
It had a vision.
It had everything he's saying right now, it took from a bunch of different,
It did take from a bunch of different
and that movie's so bland.
booty.
Dude! Ask me to repeat 3 lines of dialogue from that film.
I got one. Please stop singing. At the end, when your dad's entertainment, he's like, no, stop singing.
That's just me, Arthur.
Please stop singing. He just like me for real, for real.
Lambie of Den of Geek writes,
What words you just
What are
said?
these words?
There were a lot of words on the screen.
are far from bland. As Ryan Lambie of Den of Geek writes, whether audiences approved of all the decisions made in Man of Steel or not, it's at least arguable that Zack Snyder has succeeded in creating a big screen incarnation of Superman that stands apart from the films we've seen before.
Just because
Again.
he's not Superman.
Batman as a disco dancer is apart from all them other. That says nothing of the quality.
Nothing.
Man of Steel looks like no other Superman film. In fact, it may be the most elaborate, Baroque-looking summer film yet made.
And that's something to applaud it for?
Just being unique, just being weird, just being esoteric.
All those things can still equal a bland movie.
And this whole, it's the most whatever Superman movie that's ever existed. There had been one Superman franchise, Superman Returns, and
Which
then
is
this.
technically a reboot and or continuation of the previous franchise.
It's been 2 other iterations.
Yeah, we in the time between like Superman Returns and Man of Steel, we had gotten 2 complete incarnations of Spider-Man.
And we're talking about in 70s, 80s for the first Superman, which can't even be counted.
The people, Zod! The people!
Richard Pryor was farting around for that 3rd movie.
It's a terrible...
It's a big old whackity schmackity. Come on now. And you like, well, this is different from that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Oh yeah, that guy said this.
Of this site.
I don't even remember which site. I don't know his credentials.
I think Dad was part of it.
That means nothing.
He didn't even put the author's name on the screen or the publication he writes for.
Sure did color them words though.
Superman has always represented hope. Hope for the immigrant, hope for the kid who was picked on at school, hope for the depressed teenager seconds away from ending their life. You see, Superman is hope. And that's part of the reason why I absolutely...
I don't like him explaining it when he became a fan of Superman in 2012 or whenever this movie came out.
On this movie.
You know what I'm saying?
On this Superman.
I don't think you're the person to talk about who Superman is or is not.
Is hope. And that's part of the reason why I absolutely adore the notion that the S on his chest literally means hope. It's a simple and really elegant way of communicating to the audience that this man is here to bring hope.
It's not.
Is that what he did?
It is so in your face. This is hope, and I am Hope Man. Okay? It's like a river. It keeps flowing. So it is a concept that is also a word that is also the thing that I'm doing.
Now make out with me over these dead bodies.
We're gonna be kissing over some corpses later, babe. Don't you worry.
Cards on the table, General. I'm gonna be banging this woman over some corpses, my guy. Sorry.
Will she approve? We'll figure that out later. But it's happening.
Yeah, I'm trying to riz her right now.
Hey, stop me.
Matter of fact, it's happening now.
Hey, wait, you see what I'm gonna do with them babies? Excuse me?
Is that contingent on what you're doing with her right now? No, totally separate. Just no.
But later, yes. So,
Zod, come get these moms.
Zod's crush their skull.
This is the Superman you're a fan of.
Sir?
Every decision...
You're like
made by
some
Jor-El
kind of a
John-
man that's super. Like a super female. Hey, don't say that. Hey.
And then they just drop it nondescript. They're calling him the Superman.
Who? Why?
Jonathan, Martha, Lois, and ultimately...
What? Who? Are you praising these mother...
Sir?
Every decision made by Jor-El, Jonathan, Martha, Lois, and ultimately Superman is with the interest of hope or faith.
Incorrect.
Yeah. Hey, hide yourself because the off chance that they might be afraid of you and experiment on you or something.
Yeah.
Don't save people now.
Yes. Let kids die.
Yes. For the sake of your own self-preservation.
Yeah.
But
until you feel like people would accept you.
But they can't do anything to me, Father. Yeah.
They have yet to find a way to hurt me, but they might. And that's enough to let a bus full of kids die that you know your classmates died. Never forget.
Mm-hmm. Your
and
friends.
And there's Lana Lang. She never comes up again. She just sees, they have this little, hey, this is your boyfriend, and she sees him push the bus up, and where's she at? Who knows? Who cares?
She's a stat on the wiki, just going, hey, Lana Lang's in here. Hey, there's a lot of orange. Maybe Larfleeze. I don't know. Zack Snyder. We'll see what happens.
Is there anyone brave enough to give us our Larfleeze? Not even movie. Him as a villain.
No, because who have we gotten for other lanterns? We need to branch out into. He would be a good one, but it's the rage and the because he's more of an anti. He's by himself, so you would need to establish objectively good ones other than the green, objectively bad ones, and then maybe get him in there.
Yeah, I don't know. But could you really introduce like blue in film 1?
No, we're talking Larfleeze movie 3 maybe. And we're not getting 3 movies of any lanterns.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna do an Atrocitus, but I don't want that. And oh boy, they're gonna plush that cat up out the wazoo.
Marketing,
but give me Larfleeze.
Maybe if we get a Dark Side or all the portals come open and all the warriors come out. He'll be like, hey, there he is. And he was always here and he's had his own adventures and there's a reason for him to be here or whatever. But straight up, no.
It feels like unless they're heading towards Blackest Night, we're not going to get a Larfleeze.
We'll see how well this does. Because if this is the start of a universe, he could pop up in another person's thing. Of just like, this is another lantern who has no affiliations other than his own. And he could be more of kind of like a Joker.
Or even if they do a Jessica Cruz TV show, she might come across Larfleeze.
You think they're gonna start delving into the TV shows like Marvel?
I think they already have a Green Lantern TV show planned. I can't remember if it was Jon Stewart or Jessica Cruz, but I think they do have a TV show.
Can't be a white man, huh?
Nope. We got this cuck Guy Gardner cucking up the joint.
Where's my white people? Where's my straight white man as a superhero? We haven't gotten enough of that. More. Anything else is woke.
They legitimate dude. I heard a muff say race mixing based on Tenet. Because it was a black dude as the lead character, and they were in Asia, and he had a love thing with an Asian woman. And they said, this is just DEI race mixing.
Until this happened. How can I enjoy the movie when this filth, this pornography is being shown to me?
They're shoving it down our throat because the guy is black and the woman is Asian. Ew. How dare!
When Jor-El sends Superman to Earth, he does so with the hope...
Oh, is that Earth? Or was that like a different thing? I'm like, I don't know what that...
Look at the chart.
He becomes just showing something like, here it is. Like, I don't...
And to Earth, he does so with the hope that he becomes something greater.
What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended for him or her?
Ultimately, I think Jor-El believes that Superman will make the right decision, but he can't ever know. There's nothing to say, to Jor-El at least, that Superman won't become another Zod.
But he programmed himself to be like, hey, here's all of our history, and you'll do good, boy, I swear it.
He even put the codex in the sales of soups. Like,
this means hope, and but you ain't gotta if you don't want to. You could, if somebody told you to hide yourself, that's also a valid interpretation of what you should be doing.
Yeah, whatever you need to do to keep living and give us that hope, it's your choice, and that's all I care about.
Hope comes in different ways, all right? Sometimes hope is just handing somebody a $5 bill.
Yep.
If you want to do that,
if they hit the bottle or crack, that's not on you. You've given them a little bit of hope, though. So, win-win.
want to destroy and terminate the human race. When I think of this, I'm reminded...
What is this heavy-handed, or like is this like good, or it's subtle enough? Too subtle for you. I understand. Maybe they should have put some more Jesus in there.
I don't think I remember 7 words said in this scene. I was so mad.
No.
As the camera is just, his head turns slightly, and Jesus just dominating the frame. Like I could not believe the way that shit was shot.
Do you get it, audience?
And then he falls backwards out of the fence.
Yep. After this, hallelujah! It's like, do you get what's going on here, audience?
That happened in Smallville, and it was corny then. And that's a TV show that's made to be corny as.
And it was built up to be that, instead of just an hour and 20, and then all of a sudden he's just like, here we go, baby, I'm saving them all.
Bit of the scene in the film when Clark visits the priest. Clark admits that he simply can't trust the human race.
There should be
I don't understand what's going on in this scene.
There should be no way.
If only there was a red circle and an arrow pointing. If only.
You know that's a thumbnail somewhere. What Man of Steel really represents.
What it says about Christianity. Like, who's that guy?
There should be no world in which a fully grown Superman should not trust humans. No world. Unless it's an Elseworlds tale where he grew up in a dictatorship like the Superman Batman born son.
Didn't Red Son trust his but it was just like I'm a commie, but I'm my commie.
Dude, this rain.
Is that rain?
Yes.
My goodness.
It's been raining like crazy.
Yesterday it was pitch black for a second.
Dude, our parking lot was completely flooded.
The problem is, I'm not sure the people of Earth can be either.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Why does he look so evil?
Yeah, this is Lex.
He's the mob that's slowly pushing him away from humanity. It's like, oh, maybe you've got a point there, young man. Maybe you.
Yeah, he just comes in every day and it's just some devil in disguise. Hey, if a couple of them got to be taken out, what's the big?
Yeah,
For a better tomorrow. You're the man of tomorrow, right? Then for a better tomorrow.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So, you take this $5 bill and you get to stepping.
Are you telling me that country being wiped off the face of the earth wouldn't be better for humanity as a whole? I'm just saying.
However, the priest states,
sometimes you have to take a leap of faith first.
And then he literally does as he falls away
Do you
out
not
of the
understand
ship.
what?
Of
what's
course I
happening here?
understand
Okay.
it. It's
So what's the
disgusting.
problem?
It's the...
That's the solution. Hey, should they not be saying sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith? Should they be like, no, take that leap of faith, because it's just like, hey, do you believe in heaven and God and all that? Like, well, sometimes you just gotta believe. It's like, no, this is your whole life, Pip.
Your only job
Yes.
is to go believe.
Yes, it's like sometimes it's like figure out when the time is to take a leap of faith. It's like you're not saying nothing, man. You gotta. What am I here for? I could have just opened a fortune cookie.
Sometimes thou shalt steal. I mean,
Sometimes the tornado just gotta take a mother away.
now I don't know if you personally dealt with anything like that, but this is just an instance
Yes.
off the dome.
Yeah. So if that were to happen to somebody, it was nobody's fault, and they could continue hiding.
Guilt free.
Yes, I absolve you in the name of Jesus,
From
or whomever that was.
sometimes a month absolves months in the name of Jesus. This is gonna be one of them times.
The trust part comes later.
Humanity ultimately
But if you take the leap of faith and they f you over, that trust part never comes,
Yeah.
and you might be more broken than
And
ever.
next time you're just like, well, I ain't taking that leap. I'm not trusting this buff.
That's bad advice, preacher man. Nah, my job's done then.
Yup, hey.
And then he just has a red tail.
Disappears in a puff of red smoke.
I don't think I should take his advice. He's not trustworthy.
joins Superman in his plight against Zod, thus securing Superman's faith and hope in humankind.
This man is not our enemy.
See, here's part of the issue with this whole thing. They gotta outright state it. He's gotta walk past a bunch of soldiers putting their guns down. Superman trusts humans because he is a human. If he was raised well, which he is not in Man of Steel, it could have been a whole different conversation. This scene would not exist, or it would exist, but it wouldn't be the impetus for Superman's trust in people. It would be for people's trust in Superman. This is disgusting. I hate this film.
Fine.
Thank you, Colonel.
And especially considering, wasn't this after Zod was just like, there's somebody who's like us, who's among you, and has been among you.
Yeah.
And there has been no instances of him trying to take over the world when he absolutely could have.
Particularly love the concept that Jor-El and Lara could have left Krypton and gone with Superman. However,
No, they would have been shot down. They were second.
Look at these chuds. These
Because they-
Melvins. This is disgusting. I'm being different. So they got this ornate head. They have their own customs.
Yeah, what is this shawl around your thin head? These beads and ornate and stringy patterns that don't even fit right. It's like a hoodie with no fabric.
Love doing all this, but then it's like, yeah, but they're basically just humans. 2 eyes, 2 legs, two arms, whatever.
they were a part of a society that ultimately killed themselves. They don't believe they deserve the right to
It
start
ended
again.
their lives.
Krypton's suicide is part of the reason Superman is very much against Zod's notion that Krypton deserves a new chance. Superman,
No, because them mobs they had a council of just like fuddy-duddy mobs. If they could be taught a different way, and maybe don't inject the stubbornness of that in front of them, and just like, you're the stubborn fuddy-duddy muff incinerator
Leader.
man. Don't inject that. Have the Kryptonians don't do the whole born and bred for this bullshit thing.
his belief that they had a chance and totally messed that up
Disgusting.
is right. Especially considering Zod wanted
No, it's not the choice of the people that were born in these roles that inked it up. They were just they're doing what they were born to do. The issue is the fuddy-duddies at the very top going, oh, you just gotta keep birthing moms to be teachers.
It's like one of those African tribes, and somebody rolls up with like a phone, and they start playing music, and they kill them, and you just go up. They can't be taught or trained or anything. Wipe them all out. It's like, no.
Slowly introduce things, teach them the ways that you're not gonna capture their soul because you took a picture of them.
Or leave them to their own devices. There's a lot of different things to do other than complete and total wipe them out. Because we see that you can be a good person. We see that your father could be a good person.
We see that your mother could be a good person.
These muffs are just born and bred in this role, in this particular...
With no morality.
No, don't have that no morality gene.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we don't need that.
to terraform Krypton on Earth, replacing a young and hopeful race such as the humans. When Superman destroys Zod's ship in the birthing chamber, He cements his hope and
You're
faith in
destroying
humanity.
Krypton!
There's a split second of hesitance, but Superman ultimately realizes that Krypton's mistakes would manifest once again. This idea is fully realized in Zod's last stand a little later in the film.
This is all done so these things can happen.
Yes, for the exact reason. These aren't characters that are making believable choices and everything.
Or
This-
organically got to a situation that would force this choice out of them.
This is a script going, I need to put these people into this position. My goodness.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
It's really like that out there.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Michigan? Really?
Michigan, really.
This scene has been discussed for God knows how many fucking years and days. It feels like it's every goddamn day on Twitter, but this scene right here has been talked about forever. And I find the argument rather bothersome. The whole why didn't he take Zod to space question is redundant. Having Zod threaten a family shows how noble and strong Superman is.
See,
And that's the purpose of it.
we just said this.
Literally the purpose. We need to show how righteous Superman is. How do we do that?
Now, there are times where you forgive things so the movie can happen. But this is
Absolutely.
not one of those times. There is a clear choice available here to finish this thing, and it's to jump up.
But in order for us to have that thematic relevance of Superman is this thing, we need to put somebody in a position where he has to do something that he doesn't want to in order to save other
Why doesn't he
people.
want to?
Because he's a good.
No, he's not. He doesn't.
He's a
he doesn't-
Superman, and Superman.
We're not seeing. We don't
they
see him
cause hope. They don't take
covet
away
life.
hope. This is him taking away Zod's hope by taking away his life, and that's
He
why,
did that when he destroyed the
and he
world
did- and
engine.
that was the hesitation, but that's also another choice of him just going, I'm putting my hope above your hope.
Yeah, my hope greater
Yes.
side, your hope.
Yes, when you interfere with my hope, yeah, I hope you don't interfere with it.
The F's about to go down.
The fact that he kills Zod is powerful in the sense that it is Clark fully understanding that Krypton is indeed dead.
It's dead because he destroyed the world engine.
He killed it.
He did. He said Krypton had his chance. He blew it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm realizing that this really is the end of Krypton, even though I'm Kryptonian.
And he got the history of Krypton from a very biased source, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
So he doesn't even.
This mother crying over his world that he learned about a week ago. Like, what is, get him out of here, back them up.
It was all dead gone.
And that he is the last of his kind. The film does an extremely great job on communicating this idea that faith and hope are not necessarily absolute. The hope and faith
What?
in the film comes from Superman and his belief in the human race. Please don't say it.
But wait, how was that not absolute? Where did that you showcase?
I gotta assume it's a very Naruto situation of you get revenge on me because of what I did, and then I do, and then its cycle
But
continues.
he didn't say that.
So the whole thing is faith in and of itself is not absolute because everyone's faith is different. Hope is not absolute because everyone's hopes are different. Zod's hope is to destroy the world and create a new Kryptonian race. Soup's hope is to save the world.
I remember when he said all of this.
Yep. Because he's a good content creator and he can very much flesh out his ideas without just leaving them out there for interpretation of the audience. And then people are allowed to agree just based on what they believe he means.
He's also very funny, as evidenced by.
I'm telling you, do not say it. For the love of God, please, do not speak. Please, do not say it.
Hope is like your car keys.
Fuck. When I rewatched Man of Steel, I responded to this previously mentioned scene in a particularly emotional way.
Oh no. Oh, this is your favorite scene. Hey, this is you, baby. Hey. Hey.
I struggle to find a worse scene for Superman in history.
I mean, I'd put Tornado up there. I mean,
No,
if we're being honest.
This mom said, maybe let a bus of kids die. His son is crying over the fact that he's getting found out and is in trouble for getting found out after saving a bus of kids, and his father goes, maybe let them burn.
You're not my dad.
I'm not your dad.
Sad.
You're right. And now I will die.
Yep. It is now the tornado has come for me.
I didn't save my father because I trusted him.
You were just in an argument with them. Surely you would. I mean, at this point, you disobey him and you deal with the consequences.
Legitimately.
But he's gonna be alive.
What's he gonna do? Take the belt to you?
and surely you of all people, the whole heart attack, there's nothing that you could do where there are infinite number of things that he could have done.
He literally said, I let my father die.
I call forth the tornado.
There should be no reason a film has two of the worst Superman things in history, and it's debatable of which one is number one. And one of them is his father saying, "Let a bus of kids die," and there's a debate over if that's number one or two.
A close race.
No. This is a horrible movie.
Way. Psst. That's just a pretentious way of saying I weeped a little. Snyder and
You cried over this scene.
How could you not?
Maybe he cried over the "You are my son" part.
The piano.
Which,
Can we let's break it down.
No.
The piano.
No.
Good piano. Cinematography. The house in the background representing
Don't
family.
do this.
It's
bit is dead.
slightly out of focus, but it comes into focus as they talk more.
I will not participate in the bit.
But the bit, the character.
There is no yes anding here. You are on stage by yourself having a conversation with a mother that is not going to play off of you. I am standing there with my hands behind my back, looking right in the audience's eyes.
No, but who's on first? You're just walking away.
cinematographer Amir Mokri beautifully shoot this scene. The handheld camera work makes the audience genuinely feel like we are here, sitting on this stunning revelation. It makes the sequence feel massive and yet extremely intimate.
He didn't even explain why.
No.
It just feels massive and
Because
intimate.
it's handheld and it's shaky and it is
Sonny is shaky cam.
it's huge, but it's also small. It's cold, but it's also hot.
Warm.
It's
Warm.
it's everything that you it's all the
words.
It's the proposition and its negation. It is the positive and the negative. It's everything, so you can never be wrong.
It's an oxymoron of a scene.
Yes. So you just go, it's huge, but it's also small. Like, what does that mean?
I love the moment where Clark rejects the notion that he is this chosen one. And I really, really adore Jonathan's response.
And I don't blame you, son. It'd be a huge burden for anyone to bear, would you?
Now, as I previously mentioned,
What? That was it? I don't blame you. It's a huge burden.
It is a huge burden. Pretty big burden.
I'm gonna have to talk about Man of Steel one day.
hope is
Make a video.
Q3? 4? Where are we at? What are we doing?
extremely evident throughout this film. Jonathan's belief that Clark is more than just anyone is further indication of his faith. Much
Yes,
like
but you're not allowing him to be that.
Yes, you're not allowing him to grow and make decisions as a person. You're not even guiding him to make his own choices. You're just going, do not let yourself be discovered until an arbitrary amount of time that you deem worthy. And it's not even that he deemed that time worthy. It was that his hand was forced because Zod came and he went, hey, surrender this
And this could have been a good, maybe not a good way to do this, but
better.
a better way. When he was younger, or like the year or two before Clark came to Earth, another alien came to Earth, and it's another DC tie-in or something.
Yes.
And he was killed. He was experimented on, and that's
Maybe
where this
even the Green Lantern that came down and died, and they he was just hurt, and he's moving in the footage and all this stuff, and then they take him away, and he's never seen again.
Maybe not, they're killed by the government, but they're used as a soldier and they're killed, and he doesn't want that for his son. Something that gives us the mindset of people ain't gonna accept you, it's gonna be over for you. You don't want that, right?
You different and people hate different.
You're not like us. He's right there like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna finish this. No, you're not my son. Shut up, Clark. I'm writing this down. Oh, tornado. I'll never finish my master work. And then Kendrick gets the sheet of paper.
It's okay. Hey. Post-credit scene. Jonathan, every scene is him with pen in hand just writing. That's gonna make you feel better.
Post-credit scene. My father did say that I was not like you guys.
And then it just plays in the background with the piano.
Sad version. Kendrick Lamar will return in Batman vs. Superman.
Jor-El, he has no possible idea that Clark will in fact grow up to become Superman. He just hopes and believes that Clark will do something noble.
Why?
Yep.
Why? Because he could have sent them off, and the Luthers could have picked them up. There is comic. I think it was called Absolute Justice or Absolution, where some people from the future adopt Supes and Bats. They kill their parents and adopt them, and they grow up to be dictators. That could have easily been Superman. You can't just say, oh, I hope he lands with some good people and they teach him some good lessons and raise him right, and he makes the correct choice.
Especially when Jonathan himself is not teaching him the right choices.
No! And I would say Martha is, where she's like, I don't give a shit about you hiding you. I'm worried about my son. But then in Best V, it's like, you don't owe this planet nothing.
Do it or don't. Just shut the up.
Go
just
ahead,
make
the
choice,
bro.
Hey,
God,
muffin.
I'm on this farm by myself. You think I can lift a tractor? Pie teach me that we're going under, and you sitting up here crying because the people don't like me. Yeah. Oh, you saw your father in a dream on a mountain? Oh, good. The pigs need tending. Clark, where you at?
Something heroic. Clark doesn't actually accept his destiny as Superman until his father's death. Jonathan's death has been one of the most
He didn't accept it, man, because he's a vagabond drifting from town to town picking up odd jobs, and once he saves somebody, he's in the wind again.
You are a transient who has a vet. No.
You are transient with no money. Taking a bunch of boys in a van to the woods. Just give us the van. Let me take the boys off to the woods and show them a good time.
You're not getting this, man.
That is not gonna happen. Just give us the van. No, let me. You are a transient. Tim doesn't pay. Tim doesn't pay. I might need to do a rewatch.
Watch Tim now.
No, Tim is so good.
Says my score seems to be insurmountable. Tim, what are you doing?
Holy crap.
My hands are
Unplug the machine. You got it to the bonus zone. The bonus. My hands are off the thing. He said, put those big old titties away and stop yapping on the phone. What? I've been misquoted. But that's the case.
You have to watch it Tim now.
Why do these mothers keep misquoting me? $500 for the backdoor action. What? Who are you? I'm not the backdoor guy. Bro, I love Tim
It's
so much.
crazy.
Holy.
Disgust and loathed aspects of Man of Steel. And while I do not adore the scene, the idea that a heart attack would have been a better way for Kent to die adds nothing to the film's central themes.
You know what? He said it adds nothing to the central themes, and the central themes of hope, it adds nothing to that.
I don't care. You changed the theme.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't be like, well, in the scope of, I don't like this scene, but it plays into the theme of hope. This scene would have been better, but no theme. So, no scene. That's a crazy way to look at this.
How do people not understand that the point of this scene is for Soups to learn that even with all his abilities, he can't save everyone? And it happens all the time where Ma and or Pa die from something that is outside of his control.
Jonathan dying of a heart attack would not have added anything to Superman's hope or faith, nor would it have added anything to Jonathan. The fact that Jonathan sacrifices himself actually shows Clark.
Hey, how about instead of this tornado scene, he's trying to hide his son from the world, however way he's doing it, and that causes his heart attack. How does that not add more to the scene? Instead of this goofy, clunky scene, he gets to show his son that it's so important to him, he's willing to die for it, which would be the exact same thing, except done in such a better way, as opposed to a random tornado lifting his mom into the afterlife.
Or, Clark is in the car. A piece of the ship comes up, hits him. It's got the kryptonite. He's out. Jonathan comes up, covers his body.
Yes.
And that's how he dies.
There are so many ways of doing this, and not just don't come here. Because Clark could have legitimately ran as a human, picked up his father, and ran back as a human, even in time.
Even 0.5 faster than a human. That's that adrenaline. That's that mother picking up a car and their baby is being crushed thing. And you just go, I was just running super fast because the wind was pushing me and adrenaline and all this other bullshit.
Didn't even try to save himself by getting back in the car.
Nope.
To
He's
see
just
if
like,
that
ooh, it was a little tender. I'm cooked.
Yep. This is what I'm gonna show you for, so you don't ever,
rip me. Live with the knowledge and the vision of me dying in front of you. That's not gonna scar you at all.
The hope, I guess.
Yeah.
An alien born, that humanity does have the capacity for good. He dies with the belief that Clark will make a...
Did Did Clark have the notion that humanity was not capable of good before this moment?
Yeah, we don't see any of that. Even with the Pete scene, Pete tells his parents Clark gets in trouble, and then later on, those kids are picking on him, and Pete's like,
And Clark himself has the capability for good because he chose to save the busload of children.
Responsible decision. When the time is right, he will embrace his destiny and become Superman. For me, these two scenes really capture the emotional layers of Man of Steel.
they're so forward. These are the two worst scenes
This is
to ever.
Dude, this is so perfect because these are the two screenshots. It's so perfect.
It's crazy. Is he okie doking the entire Snyder community? I don't see how you could praise
Just gaslighting
the
him.
two worst scenes.
Like maybe this was amazing. But did you guys think of that? Huh?
Yeah, it's so big and small. This mother ain't Santa, and what?
They really push the film's themes of hope and faith and being reassured.
Oh my!
How is you should let a bus of kids die pushing hope?
Despite any actual reassurance. So what exactly was the point of this video? Well, I think I just wanted to talk about Man of Steel. Have a conversation about it. This film remains one of my absolute favorite comic book superhero films.
I would 100% get into a call with Robbie about Man of Steel and explain to him very composedly
You think so?
why he is
You would
an
think so.
incorrect individual.
Because I remember both of us at a certain point in the Catalyst Man debate freaking out. Just like any other had to just go.
Yeah, we had to mute a couple times and go, yo, you gotta.
So don't even. With this dude just going, but did you see the scene in the church where Jesus is behind him? That's the faith theme. Yeah, exactly. You couldn't.
I'd be so mad.
You last 15 minutes. Cause this is a theme monster.
Oh, it wouldn't even be 50. The
Compose
pleasantry and the intro alone would be 4. I'm not lasting another 11.
Now, let's get it. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's get into why you're a stupid piece of shit.
I want to start with discussing the Krypton thing. What the no! There's no way you like the dragonfly dude thing. Oh, the technology. He's gonna go against it by having this fake creature.
Yes, that's the duality.
And then all the panning shots, it was egregious in that. Mom was zooming in 6 times on a single scene.
Yeah, but the theme of it was that. Yeah, exactly. Don't pretend like this is something that is not. I'm gonna be composed. Who are you? Come on, did you just meet yourself today? Come on now. You say all that, and all they gonna do is be like theme, and you're like, did I say anything? Were you listening? They got their track. Motherfucker.
I was very composed in the Joker debate. I was very composed.
But that was a child. They had nothing.
I will never forget you saying this is one of my favorite things we've ever said in a debate. You can't say that's not what happened.
You can't say that's not what happened. Silence.
It was
this thing over here is the exact same as this thing over here. You can't say that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, the Luffy thing. Oh
yeah, they were a legitimate child. Yeah. They were not ready.
Yeah, that's the problem. People come in with piss and vinegar, and then when they have to actually sit down, it's the same thing with the bleach dudes, or at least the bleach dude. Once they have to actually sit down and talk about it, it's like, oh.
And when all they do is just repeat themselves, like, no, but they do have, it is personal to both of these people. It's like, how? Because it is. And that's all they do.
If you do that, you could break it down and say anything is personal to anybody.
Yeah, but it is personal to these two people. And it's the track. They're not thinking about this thing. They're not in there to talk about it. They're here to spew whatever bullshit they want to spew.
Freely. There's still 3 minutes
left.
It holds a very special place in my heart. And while
You know what? That's totally cool.
100%
everything holds a special place in a person's heart to somebody. Totally cool. Not taking that away from you. It's a bad movie.
Earthchild holds a special place in my heart because I think it's one of the worst things that I've ever read.
We might need to do an actual because reasons on Astro Royale because there was not enough time.
There
to
was
talk
simply
about,
not enough time.
and it needs to be talked about.
And it is bad.
Gold R. Dude. I go back
to that song.
I go back to it. It's so big. No, don't
You
go.
got my boy Gunnar.
No, don't go away from Gunnar.
Legitimately go, oh, we gotta rush this. Go back to Gunnar, go back to Gunnar. Talk about Gunnar for another 3 minutes. I'm like, what the f is you doing? You losing out on Astro Royale time talking about Gunnar.
But you would not let go of Gunnar.
You don't know how much I think about Gunnar. I'm like, why can't every manga have a character I feel strongly about like I do about Gunnar?
Yeah, there's no way you could not feel something looking at Gunnar.
And do retry. All of its faults gave me Gunnar. And Astro Alien Area didn't give me Gunnar.
Couldn't
And
hear you.
Icehead Guild didn't give me Gunnar. Or Gunnar equivalent.
I do wish everyone agreed with me.
Crazy.
What? There's no way you.
What I wish for 100% compliance.
Films. It holds a very special place in my heart. And while I do wish everyone agreed with me, I understand the film's criticisms.
I don't hope everyone agrees with me on anything because I like having discussions about things that aren't strictly positive and or negative.
They make sense. They're not illogical or stupid. They are genuine criticisms that I understand, but I just don't agree with.
And that's
For me,
cool.
Man of Steel is a beautiful look at hope and faith.
Disagree heavily. It is a surface level look where they just say a bunch of times, hope though. And they give you this Jesus imagery and all this stuff so you can implant in your head that it's hope. And Superman is mostly known as a quote unquote hope man.
Crazy that he can look at this dark blue suit and be like, hope.
That is bound together by some of the most touching and genuine scenes in a superhero movie.
Do you think this is a genuine scene?
And touching.
Do you think this is a touching scene where a father tells his superpowered son that maybe he should let a bus of kids die to save himself?
And to reveal yourself one day at a certain time that is undeterminable. It could be tomorrow, but it's certainly not today.
I've said this multiple times, that this scene is so easy to do where he just goes, should I have let them die? No, you did a good thing, but you have to be more careful. It conveys the exact same thing of make sure you're protecting yourself, but don't let people get hurt just because you're protecting yourself.
You have the ability to help people, and you do that. But never forget, you also should be helping yourself.
Yes.
You are also a people.
You are also important.
So, did I believe a man could fly? You're damn right I did.
Tell me. Do you bleed?
So, You're just picking the worst parts of that. What about the super awesome dumb kid questions at the very beginning? That is awesome.
Is it just wrap up now? Credits. Thanks.
Roll credit.
My
Hey
next
guys,
video.
thank you very much for watching today's
Boy,
video.
2 minutes, 2.5
bars.
It really does mean a lot to me. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers copyright has, for some reason, given this video a copyright strike, meaning I can't make any money off of it, but they can. That's why you see ads at the start. So I'm not trying to lie to you, I'm just being honest. I can't make any money off of this video, which is really annoying considering...
Bro, that camera is going crazy.
I'm really proud of it. I think it's one of my finest videos.
Whoa, boy, imagine. It's something that means so much to you, being so special to you, and you hit a flat 10 minutes and 5 seconds, and you're like, I'm so proud of this. And you just go,
one of my finest works.
It's a faith, and it sure is a hope. And I hope it's
big
a faith.
and small.
And tornado.
One of the most prolific, iconic themes of the movie.
Frustrating that I can't make something back from it. Luckily, I set up a Patreon account about a year ago. Yeah, I've got a few Patreons.
It definitely sucks if you're trying to make YouTube your job, that you don't get paid for a thing. Absolutely. But if you're passionate about a thing and you're talking about it, I feel like that is its own reward in a way. As long as you're not trying to make money from it.
Patreons.
Because I wonder what he thinks this video is worth.
Is it worth 70k views, 3k for $3 per K view? I'm sure it's way lower these days, but let's just say that's what it is. Is it worth the $200 that he would have gotten from it?
I've got a few patrons and they're pretty great. They're really nice. By the way, let me just say this is not like essential. You don't need to.
Because if I was just like, I need to burn out a video and I'm working right now, I'm like, okay, I need to burn it out. I'd be like, I need to take a week off of work. And that money that I would have gotten for work, I'm like, I hope that I get that from this video. So that's what I think the video would be worth because I'm using the money from that over here.
Or is it
because of my passion? Or
is it more like, hey, I'm dedicating my free time that I could be doing for something that's pure entertainment like video games stuff to this particular thing, and I would like to see some form of return from it?
You can click off this video now. You can go about your day. You can go watch Man of Steel again. You know, I definitely recommend doing that.
No.
Or if you want to help out, you can definitely, chuck $1, $2, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just the support.
Since 2018.
Is he still making videos?
Yes.
Then what is he doing?
He made one very, very recent.
Or is kind enough. So, yeah. So if you want to help out,
the Joker video, Joker 2, The Joke's on You, 7 months ago.
I hope he's not praising that piece of shit. Hey, what's Literal Maverick doing these days? I haven't checked in on our boy.
It's so funny to see this fucking guy sing these miserable songs in the clown makeup and the suit. It's very, very funny. And I think Todd Phillips is an interesting guy. I don't think he's particularly smart, but I also don't think he's dumb. I know he's smarter than me.
He's both big and he's small. He is an idiot and he's an auteur.
Do you have a fence? Is there anything that's not the fence that's available to you? I don't think he's smart, but I don't think he's dumb.
Oh, man.
What do you think he is then?
Oh, say something, dude.
Link is on screen right now. It's also in the description below. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago actually, by the time this video is up, I uploaded a music video, and the response to that was really, really incredible. I can't thank you guys enough for the incredible response to that video. It really does mean a lot that did so well. Yeah, the positivity was just insane. I'm very, very happy with it. And yeah, that's in the
I feel like
description
more
as well.
creator.
It's also like down below here, so you can watch
That's a
that.
good feeling.
You can comment below, share it around with your friends, whatever. Until next time, which
AMV's
will
boy.
be sooner rather than later.
The
I've got a
joke
couple
vid
of-
idea. People going, that was funny. I'm like, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you got what I got.
You didn't even want to watch the comedy you submitted to Yomicon because it was just like, what if no one laughs?
That I still fear that to this day.
Crazy bars.
That's why when people are just like, oh, you guys are so insightful, you guys make great points. I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks. But if people are like, you're funny, I'm like, hey, great, thanks, amazing, fantastic, come on the fire. That's all I care about.
I want to be funny.
I don't give a shit about any of the things I'm saying other than the ha-has.
Yeah, don't call me smart, call me funny.
No, I don't want to hear that.
My head at the moment. Again, thank you very much for watching this video today. Share it around with your friends if you're a Man of Steel fan, or if you want to try, prove to them the Man of Steel is fucking great.
You didn't prove shit.
Yeah, I don't think this is the video to do that.
Yeah, we have like 40-minute videos for Man of Steel. Those probably have a greater chance.
More than welcome to share this video around. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all.
Why, if you're not making money off of it? Is the message important or is the money?
Next time. Bye.
Yeah, that's a Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
This guy's going to
He-
straight 10.
He put the two worst scenes
He
on
did,
top.
he did.
Put
It was
hope
just
and
like-
faith over.
It's like, you guys are stupid, but maybe you're smart. But you're also smart in some way.
He dropped the turd and went, huh? Am I right? No, you're not. The Hall of
That's
Fame.
what you wanted, right? I mean, that turd got me into other bodily functions.
Yeah, I'm pissing, I'm coming. Thank you, turd. It'll always have a special place in my heart. All right. So we could do that Hinata that would have happened. We could do that. Not next week, but maybe the week after we run an auction stream. It's been a little bit of time since the auction stream. Yeah.
No,
We got options.
there are options. There are always options.
Yeah, I just don't want to do an auction stream with 2 hours notice. Must want to come to those.
Yeah.
No, maybe I should so Corey doesn't fin.
Yeah.
Here's my fifth One Piece, the rope theory.
We need to beat all that. We need to do some hard dictatorship moves.
We need to have a gong and give them back like half their cattle
or
points.
just time them out 24 hours before the stream starts. And he's just like, bet $1 million. Why can't I? I don't know what happened. It wasn't us.
Yeah, you know what? We'll just hide him from the channel,
Yeah.
so he can still try, but it'll never end. He won't be blocked. He just will be
Nobody will just be screaming into the void. Can anybody see this?
And every now and then, every 15 minutes, we'll go, yeah, we see it, Corey.
Yeah, I know, Corey. Ain't that right? That's some bullshit.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Don't know if he says nothing. All right, we're out of here.
Yeah, no, it's a fart weevil.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're
You
back.
heard the sirens
We're
from the
back.
rain.
We did some funnies today.
Yeah, this was funny. This always happens when we go away for a little bit of time. We come back goofy. We're supposed to be, I'm mad at this, man. We're all in turds on the floor.
Just these dumb jokes.
Zaz crush his head. Like, that's what we do.
It's fine. It's fine. That's what the people come
We
for.
are
That's
goofy
again.
people.
That's what I'm here for. This is what I want, not this.
Yeah, if people want true, pure insight, watch an analysis video.
Go somewhere else.
You're gonna get a little of that, and we're gonna be goofy.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, well, actually, get out of here though.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
That one, C+, I'd say. C-.
Yeah,
I'm giving myself too much
Negative
credit.
7.